Hey, what is going on, Fan Clan? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny Phantump. Happy Friday. Happy Lost Origin release day. I have been waiting for the release of this set. Ever since I saw the trainer gallery and the alternate arts, I've been so stoked to crack as much of this product as I possibly could. And I cracked quite a bit of packs in search of that master set, in search of pulling singles for the storefront. It's been an absolute blast. We're going to go over pull rate data in this video. We did go over a little bit of pull rate information a few days ago when we went over 900 booster packs from the specific booster bundles. This is going to be more focused on booster boxes. We've got almost 3,000 booster packs of data here. So while it's not going to give you a really strong indicator when it comes to per card averages, it will at least give you some idea and insight as far as rarities go and what you should expect to pull out of your booster box if you have one, or if you have one coming, or if you're considering to buy one. And now Lost Origin is officially out, so getting product left and right to open up, definitely an option. It's been a little while since we had a main series set release. We did have Pokemon Go come out at the beginning of July as that special set, but this set, if you remember, was actually supposed to release in the middle of August. It got pushed back about a month, so we're only about 2 months away now from Silver Tempest, so there's going to be a very small window of time until the actual next set comes out. And then we've got that whole Charizard UPC debacle going on. It's going to be a roller coaster to finish out the year. I'm going to go ahead and flip you guys around so you can see exactly what I'm talking about here. It is crazy to think that we went through 2,880 booster packs, 80 booster boxes of Lost Origin in search of a master set. And if you watched yesterday's video, you knew that when we recorded, we were still short 2 cards. We were missing the Kyurem full art and the alternate art Rotom. I'm happy to say one of those cards has finally been pulled. I am unhappy to say that it is still not my chase card. I did finally pull the full art Kyurem. I still have not pulled an alternate art Rotom, which is surprising. I actually opened up 300 booster packs for our live break on Wednesday, so you could technically tack on an additional 300 packs. I didn't pull an alternate art Rotom in that either, so I haven't pulled... I don't even know if an alternate art Rotom exists. It's been absolutely crazy. But let's go through things here. This is 2,880 packs, 80 booster boxes. This is going to give you a really good idea of what rarities look like as far as what you can expect to get out of your booster box. And we're going to go through a fun recap at the end that's going to compare things to Brilliant Stars and Astral Radiance to see if pull rates are the same kind of as far as generations go, or if maybe they do mix things up a little bit. And it's a little suspicious, I should say, as far as alternate art goes. So we're gonna talk about that in a few minutes here. But regular arts per booster box, you're looking at about 4.25, 4.26. Nothing that really jumps out the page here. Giratina V, the one that you want to pull the most. We did pull 23 of those. That's on the lower end. That's actually tied for the card that we pulled the least of. Only 23 of those. That actually is the card that we pulled the least of when it comes to regular arts, unfortunately. That's the most expensive one, most competitive play, but not a big enough difference to really call it an outlier or anything like that. Hisuian Zoroark, we pulled 36 of those, which is 1 out of every 80 packs. You're going to pull 4.26 out of each booster box approximately, so between 4 and 5 regular arts out of a booster box. Then we've got VMAX. There's only 1. This number didn't change. Still 0.2 out of 36, so 1 out of every 5 boxes, basically, you're going to get a Kyurem VMAX. It's the only one in the set. And then for V-Stars, you're going to get between 1 and 2 per booster box. 1.44 out of 36. Again, not a whole lot of outliers in here. Drapion V-Star, that's the one that we pulled the least of. We only pulled 14 of those, which is 1 out of every 206 packs. Magnezone V-Star, also only 15. The one that we pulled the most of was the Hisuian Zoroark V-Star. We pulled 26 of those, which is 1 out of every 111 packs. But Giratina V-Star, the one you want to pull the most competitive playability. Definitely the one that goes for the most value. 21 of those, 1 out of every 137 packs. Not too bad. Then we've got the Radiant cards. Radiant cards came out in droves. A little bit better pull rates for Radiant cards in this set than there were in Astral Radiance. 1.86 out of 36. Most of the boxes that you're going to open up, you're going to have 2 Radiant cards. Radiant Hisuian Sneasler, we pulled 46 of those, which is 1 out of every 63 packs. Radiant Gardevoir, 54 of those, 1 out of every 53 packs. And Radiant Steelix, we pulled 49 of those, 1 out of every 59 packs. So really along the same lines as Radiant pulls from Pokemon Go also in Astral Radiance. Very, very interesting. Full arts went down, unfortunately. Full arts did go down a little bit, and this is an unfortunate thing. Now we do have to take note. There are less full arts in this set than we've had in quite a few sets for a while now. So less than what we had in Astral Radiance for certain. Only 0.74 out of 36. So there's a fair amount of booster boxes out there that are not going to have a full art Pokemon in them at all. You might get a full art trainer, you might get that alternate art, but it's very possible that you might just get 2 V-Stars and nothing else. I've had several boxes that had 2 V-Stars, and that was kind of the best hits of the box. So 0.74 out of 36. The only outlier that's really in here is that Kyurem V right there. We only pulled one of those out of 2,880 packs, and it was like the last box that I opened. So we went over 2,800 packs without pulling one at all. Now, that doesn't necessarily really consider it an outlier. It just means we didn't get lucky when it came to pulling Kyurem Vs. I don't think it's necessarily going to be printed less or have different pull rates. I think it's going to have the same pull rates as these other full arts. And the way things went, we pulled 6 Giratina V, which is fantastic. Giratina V being the most expensive full art in the set, definitely the card that you want to pull. We pulled 8 Aerodactyl V, which is 1 out of every 360 packs, but a lot of them we only pulled 3 of, or 4 of, or 5 of. Really the only ones that are kind of outliers are that Kyurem V, which we only pulled 1 of, and then the complete other end of the spectrum, the Aerodactyl V, which we pulled 8 of. If we move on to the full art trainers, 1 out of every 2 boxes. It's a little hard to see here, but 0.49 out of 36. Not a whole lot of full art trainers in this set. You're going to have 8 of them, I think. You can see Volo, we pulled 7 of them. Arezu, we pulled 7 of. Lady, we only pulled 3 of. That is tied with Fantina as the ones that we pulled the least of, which is 1 out of every 960 packs. But basically every 2 boxes, you're going to pull 1 full art trainer. But we did pull multiple copies of each one. The alternate arts, that's where the problem comes in. As you can see, we only pulled 6 alternate arts out of 2,880 booster packs. 80 booster boxes, only 6 alternate arts. And we're going to compare that to Astral Radiance and Brilliant Stars at the end here, but that is a very, very low number. As you can see, we did pull 2 of the Giratina, which is 1 out of every 1,400 packs. We pulled 1 of the Aerodactyl V, and we pulled 3 of the Galarian Persiker V, 1 out of every 960 packs. Now, I did look at pricing for singles already, and it's dropping like crazy. A lot of these cards are fairly cheap to get. A lot of the cards, if you want to go out and get your own master set and don't want to have to spend tons of money opening up product, you can get some of these singles for fairly cheap. The Aerodactyl has dropped below $100, the Giratina below $200. Everything else is well below $50 for the most part, including that Rotom V. If I want to just go out and buy it, it's only about $45 right now, but we did not pull a single Rotom V, which is very, very surprising. And like I said, only 6 alternate arts. That's 0.08 out of 36 for your pull rates on that one. If we look at Rainbow Rares, also a little bit down, 0.54 out of 36. So every 2 boxes, roughly, you're going to get 1. We pulled multiples of every single one except the Giratina V-Star. Unfortunately, again, that's the one that's going to be the most expensive because it is the most playable. 1 out of every 2,880 packs. We only pulled 1 of them, and it was in the early section of our pulls as well. Other than that, nothing that really jumps out the page at you. We pulled 5 of the Hisuian Zoroark. We pulled 5 of the Fantina. We pulled 5 of the Arezu. Everything else, for the most part, pretty much between 2 and 3. You can see the Iscan up in the right-hand corner up here, so I could fit it in. 1 out of every 648 packs. If we move on to the gold Pokemon and gold items, we'll start with the gold items. 1 out of every 4 boxes. That's a little bit low, but considering the fact that you only get 4 secret rare items in this set, it makes sense that it's going to be a little bit lower. No secret rare energies in this set at all. Box of Disaster we pulled 4. Dark Patch we pulled 6. Dark Patch, only a $15 card right now on release day, which is very surprising. The Reverse Hollow, which came out a long time ago, that's a $15 card as well from the Black and White era. So very, very interesting. Lost Vacuum, we pulled 6 of those in Collapse Stadium. We pulled 5 of. As far as the gold Pokemon go, 0.06 out of 36, so slightly worse pull rates than the alternate art, but there is only 2 gold Pokemon in this set. That's Hisuian Zoroark and the Giratina V-Star. We did pull 4 of the gold Giratina V-Star, but only 1 of the Hisuian Zoroark V-Star, so very low pull rates on those as well. And then if we move on to the trainer gallery, so the trainer gallery is split up into 2 different sections here. We have TG 1 through 11, which are going to give you better pull rates per booster box. You're going to get more of those. They're more common and easy to pull. And then the trainer gallery number 12 through 30, those are a little bit more difficult to pull. So the first half of the trainer gallery, that TG 1 through TG 11, you're going to pull almost 3 per booster box. And the trainer gallery 12 to the trainer gallery 30, you're going to be closer to 1 1/4, 1.5, somewhere around there. So overall, you're going to pull between 4 and 5 trainer gallery cards in your booster box. More than likely, you'll pull 4 more times than you'll pull 5. Nothing really, again, that stands out for the most part, especially for this TG 1 through TG 11. Everything we've pulled at least 20 of, except for 2 of them, and that's one of them being the Charizard, which we only pulled 16 of. That's 1 out of every 180 packs. And then the Spiritomb, we only pulled 14 of those, which is 1 out of every 206 packs. That's a little bit surprising. Then we will move on to the harder to pull trainer gallery cards. The Orbeetle VMAX, you can see we pulled 8 of. The Enamorus, that was a little bit more difficult of a pull. We only pulled 6 of those. And Gallade V, we only pulled 3 of those. Finally, Orbeetle V, we pulled 5 of. That's 1 out of every 576 packs. And then finally, the last section of the trainer gallery cards, the most expensive one being the Pikachu VMAX that you see right down here with red standing in the middle. 4 of those, which is 1 out of every 720 packs. The one that we pulled the least of was actually the Nessa, which we only pulled 2 of, which is 1 out of every 1,440 packs. But we did pull plenty of copies of the black and gold cards. The Mew we pulled 7 of. The Pikachu VMAX we pulled 13 of those, which is 1 out of every 222 packs. For the most part, fairly consistent pull rates across the board when it comes to the trainer gallery cards. If we wrap things up, we're going to start with the trainer gallery, which we have listed in the upper right-hand corner here. 4.31 per box, very much in line with what we saw in Astral Radiance, where you got about 4.5 per box, and Brilliant Stars, you got 4.33 per box, a little bit just dragging behind those two. And then TG 1 through 12, or TG 1 through 11, 2.95, TG 13 through 30, 1.36. If we look at the total amount of packs that are open, your average hits per box, if you include Radiant cards and trainer gallery cards, you're looking at getting about 14.24 hits per box. So if you open up a booster box, most of the time you're going to get somewhere between 13, 16, you might get 17, but on average, if you open up multiple boxes, you should get 14.24 hits per booster box. You're going to get just over 8 ultra rares per booster box if you're only looking at V cards, secret rares, rainbow rares, things like that. How does that compare to Astral Radiance and Brilliant Stars? Not too bad. Pretty much right in the middle there. Astral Radiance, you only got 7.94 ultra rares per booster box. Brilliant Stars, you got 8.22. So this is sandwiched right in the middle, but we do see some differences as we go down here. Your regular arts per box, 4.26. So that's down a little bit from what we saw in Astral Radiance and Brilliant Stars, where you were closer to averaging 5 per booster box. You're only getting 4.26. VMAX, there is less in this set, so you're only going to get 1, which is 0.2. Average V-Stars per box, this number is significantly higher than what we saw in Astral Radiance and Brilliant Stars. You're getting almost 1.5 per booster box, whereas Astral Radiance, you didn't even get 1, and Brilliant Stars, you only got half of a, you only got half. You had to open up 2 boxes just to get 1 V-Star. If we look at full arts going backwards, and this is what we wanted to talk about, this is what we kind of suspected as we opened up the booster bundles, 0.74, so much lower than what we saw with Astral Radiance, 0.81, and Brilliant Stars, 0.84. If we look at the alternate arts, this is where we get hit really hard, 0.08 out of your 36 packs in your booster box, whereas Astral Radiance, you got 1 alternate art in every 4 boxes. Now, you did have 6 alternate arts in Astral Radiance, so pull rates you would expect to be a little bit higher. Brilliant Stars, that also had 4 alternate arts in it, so seeing alternate arts go from basically 1 out of every 4 boxes to well worse, whereas worse than 1 per case, like what we're seeing right now in Lost Origin, is very, very frustrating. I think a lot of people are going to be frustrated with pull rates when it comes to this set. Full art trainers, 0.49, a little bit better than what we saw with Astral Radiance and Brilliant Stars. Secret rares per box, overall, this includes your gold cards, your rainbow cards, 0.86, very in line with what we saw with Astral Radiance and Brilliant Stars. Same thing with rainbow rares, very much in line, 0.54 on that compared to 0.5 with Astral Radiance, 0.54 on Brilliant Stars. Secret items per box, a little bit higher. You do have 4 in this set, 0.26 compared to 0.22 and 0.1. And secret Pokemon, again, there's only 2 in this set, 0.06. Radiant Pokemon, a little bit higher than what we saw in Astral Radiance, 1.86 out of 1.75. This is always a lot of fun to kind of go through and calculate all the information so that way you know the best way to spend your collection dollars. Lost Origin is a ton of fun to open because of that trainer gallery. However, if you start looking at singles, and we're going to cover singles early next Tuesday to see how much they drop over the weekend, it does appear that a lot of these cards are going to get very, very cheap. So have fun opening the set this weekend, but ultimately don't go broke trying to pull a master set. It looks like a lot of these cards are going to be able to be purchased at relatively cheap rates. So have some fun opening up a few boxes or opening up some packs. Really enjoying the set. If you get an alternate art, awesome, but definitely don't expect it because it looks like it's very, very difficult based off of these numbers to pull one. If you guys do like this kind of information, please hit that subscribe button down below. Leave a like, leave a comment. It goes a really long way for the algorithm. Once we get to 100,000 subscribers, we're going to have an absolute blast celebration. I got 3 vintage booster boxes that I'm going to give away. It's going to be a ton of fun, so hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys so much. Until next time, peace.